In the Ramayana, when Lord Ram returns back to Ayodhya from Lanka, a very beautiful episode happens that is described in the Valmiki Ramayana a little differently, but it is described in a very beautiful by a very beautiful sage whose name is Tirumangai Alvar, and he, in one of his poems, he describes this particular pastime in a very beautiful way and with a very beautiful conclusion, which is what I would like to meditate on today. When Lord Ram was returning back to Ayodhya in the Pushpak Viman, at that point in time, he remembered the promise that he had given to Bharadwaj Muni. Lord Ram had promised Bharadwaj Muni that before he returns to Ayodhya, he will come to his ashram and grace the place. So Bharadwaj Muni was waiting for 14 years, and as per the promise of Lord Ram descends into the ashram of Bharadwaj Muni with the Pushpak Viman. Bharadwaj Muni is very, very grateful and very, very happy to receive Lord Ram and all the hundreds and thousands of Vanaras that have come along with Lord Ram. Bharadwaj Muni invites Lord Ram for a feast in his ashram. Lord Ram, obviously now he is very conscious that Bharat has been waiting for him for quite a long time. And Ram is very conscious of the fact that Bharat is waiting. And Bharat had already vowed that if Ram does not come on the day the 14th year gets over, he will end his life. So Lord Ram, he is confused. He is a little, lost between the two vows that he had given. He had given a vow to Bharadwaj Muni also, given a vow to Bharat also. And both of it has to be fulfilled simultaneously. So therefore, he sends Hanumanji to Bharat to intimate Bharat that he has reached. And Hanuman traveled at Mano Vegam, traveled at the speed of the mind, and revealed the glories of Lord Ram to Bharat and assured him that Ram will come soon. Now, as per Valmiki Ramayana, Hanuman stayed in Nandigram waiting for Ram to come. But as per Tirumangai Alvar, who is one of the great Sri Vaishnava poets, Hanuman returned to the ashram of Bharadwaj Muni. And when Hanuman returns, there was a feast going on over there. And this feast was being served by the Devatas. Bharadwaj Muni had full control over the elements. And whenever Bharadwaj Muni wanted, anything would happen. And therefore, at this point in time, the ashram, there was a massive feast going on. Every single Vanar was eating sumptuous meals. And at that point in time, Hanuman reached over there, right in the middle of the feast. And everybody was already eating in the meanwhile. So Bharadwaj Muni requested Hanuman, please wait for the next batch. When we serve the next batch, you can join in and you can have prasad. But at that point, Lord Ram felt very bad that such a great devotee like Hanuman has to wait. And Tirumangai Alvar describes this very beautifully, where he says that Lord Ram invited Hanuman to sit next to him. And in fact, he invited Hanuman to sit in front of him. And Lord Ram divided the plate, the leaf, into two parts. He used his finger and slid across the banana leaf and made a small slot. So if you see, even today, the banana leaves have a small slot in between. That is by the finger of Lord Ram. And Lord Ram divided the food in his plate into two parts. He kept one part for Hanuman to eat and one part for him to eat. And he made Hanuman sit right in front of him and made him eat in the same plate that he ate. Tirumangai Alvar describes this episode in his poem, and he tells, he is actually offering a prayer to the Lord. And he's telling the Lord, "Oh my Lord, you do not discriminate based on birth, based on caste, based on Hanuman being an animal, based on any kind of bodily external discrimination." And he tells that your simplicity is just remarkable. All of us in this world, we tend to discriminate a lot. We tend to discriminate, even when you come into the association of devotees, we tend to discriminate a lot. And we discriminate based on externals. We discriminate based on socioeconomic situations, we discriminate based on language, we discriminate based on so many things. But the Supreme Lord is known as Vishwa Yoni. Vishwa Yoni means, Vishwa means the entire world, and Yoni means the one who embraces the entire world without discrimination. And therefore, this particular form, a particular quality of the Lord is so endearing that He does not discriminate at all. No matter what your situation is, no matter what your level of consciousness is, no matter what your external situations are, the Lord treats all His devotees in the same level. And He treats all His devotees with respect and with kindness. All of us, we can learn this one quality from the Lord, that let us stop discriminating. Let us stop finding differences based on the bodily concept. Let us stop finding uh, any kind of reason to discriminate between one devotee and another. And let us embrace all the devotees, no matter how new they are, how old they are, how exalted they are, how relatively new they are, and also even from a point of view of socioeconomic situations, or from the point of view of education, or from the point of view of any external factor. Let us look at all the devotees in the same eye as the Lord looks at His devotees. When we are able to embrace all the differences, when we are able to embrace all the 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 what do you call them? It's more or less like idiosyncrasies that all of us have. When we embrace all of that and still look at one another as devotees of the Lord, and that's the only factor that should be the uniting factor for all of us, that will really make the world one single family. That's what the world Vishwa Yoni He is. And that's what the Lord really wants from all of us devotees. So let us meditate on this beautiful pastime and this beautiful thought. And let us try to live in a society that is integrated, that is connected. Or there can be universal brotherhood or sisterhood only when there is universal fatherhood. And let us, in this spirit of our universal Father, try to embrace everyone and find ways in which we can connect with one another with love and affection. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.